Welcome back, and today is going to be an exciter day. It's all about surround sound, and it's going to give us that extra feel and that whole nice feedback for the whole surround sound system. And this is going to be epic. Let's get on with it. I got the exciters and the amp from AliExpress. I bought 2 of them. Nice. Well, that's the audio board. Oh, look. Oh, it's the exciters. Exciting. So, oh, it's quite hefty. It's got quite a bit of weight to it. If you remember episode 10, we have talked about this audio card. So this audio card can do surround sound. So we're going to plug in our front amp and our back amp into this card. So we can be able to configure it as surround sound. So I'm going to put together the exciters little amp. So, quite simple to put together these nice little amps. Oh, don't need to put that on there. A little bit of a spacey thingy for that. Let's do that. Okay. Cooler. Okay. Place this little screwdriver with it. Pretty cool. Like so. Like so. Soldering, like, whatever. Which on the top. Maybe we should have done the, no, just screw that side. That just pops on. It's got a little PP button, don't know, point to point. Now I just need to wire this, plug it in, then do the speakers there, and then I stick the audio jack through here, and that should be good to go. So here it says 5 volts to 24 volts. So I tried plugging in 5 volts before. It doesn't seem to push it. I got a 12 volt, so I stuck this 12 volt in, and that worked quite well. And it's up to 24, so maybe later if I want to maybe give it more juice, maybe it doesn't make it louder, I don't know. And we can stick at 24 volts. I've got 12 to play with at the moment, so let's do that. Now let's just take it to the pinball machine and install that. To extend the cable for the exciters, put these little connections, and then that would have it connect to this extra cable that will come into this slot here. So there's the little amp that would live there. There's going to be 2 of them, and the exciter where I would be mounting one, I think around here, and then one on the other side there, and then I'll need another couple somewhere at the rear of the cabinet. So these stickers don't seem to be very secure. It just won't take the weight. It stays for a while, like this here, which I screwed off the base where it's sticking quite nicely. But it would still fall off with the heat, with the weight. And I think the vibration and all that moving around would definitely just fall right off. So I've been recommended to pick up one of these. Should be able to glue everything together, I hope. Yeah, so let's follow the instructions and try that out. Spray some water right there. Get moist, you see. After spraying the water, they recommend to squeeze a thin film of this stuff on it. I'm just dabbing all over it, making sure that it's got enough. Double check. Yeah, it's good to go. I need to get some sort of a vise, something to clamp that down. So I use one of them, and that seems to just be able to reach into the cabinet. So let that cure for a couple of hours. And then the other side. So this is after a couple of hours, and I've done the right side, so now the left side needs the same treatment. But for some reason this time I must have stuck it down a little bit lower than the right side. I didn't measure, I eyeballed it, and I can't seem to be able to get my vise to reach down like so. So I had to take my vise and move into a different way, and then that's sort of able to go from one side to the other to push it out like that, and that seems to be working very well. So we do the same with the back, but as you see in the back there's a lot of things in the way, so I can't really use the vise on this to push it onto both of the sides. So we have to tape. Tape is the only way of getting it done. So it actually works. I just need to let it cure for a few hours and it should be okay. It's going to fall off, is it? No. Oh, there. Squeezed out, stuff's pretty secure. It's, wow, feels nice and tight. Happy with that. Right, now I need to crimp on some of the connectors to make it look like the other ones. Once done that, then I can just screw it back on. So you'll see that it's mounted on now quite nicely. I can just spin that off. And spin it back on. And then you can see that this is just a little plug, and the cable runs directly into the amp. See, the first amp, this is for the front two. This will be for the back two. So what I need to do is get the power. I have already organized it nicely in. I won't touch each other with it. Don't know. Plug that in. Right, then I get my black on left. Red Okay, now I take that's the left, I take the right channel, negative, positive, let's wire it up. And then need the audio jack. Plug that in. Audio in. Yep. Audio in. Right. And pump it up to the max. I don't know. Let's do front, where it's on the left side and the right side. Then we have the back. So the front, it plugs into this part of the card in the back of the computer. And you'll see that there's two jacks there. The top one will be the front, and then the bottom one there would be the back. So those guys. We'll power on the solenoid and the surround sound. That means it's up and running. It's computer programming time! Here we get onto the, go to settings, and in settings we go to the audio. Now we are only going to the sound here to set the TV, which is regular output. So when we're like doing whatever we're doing regularly, we have the audio there. So then we'll go to the surround sound, which we need to run, and then we type in this little string, and then we call up the actual surround sound control panel. You right click to config, and we pick the 7.1 surround sound. We'll just pick that one. Next. And we turn off the side pair and we keep the rear pair. And we leave the other ones off. And then we just leave that as such. Then we go next. Then I went back and restarted to go and do this test. That all sounds pretty good. So let's next, and we'll quit out of this. And now we need to configure and tell the pinball table to actually do it. So we pick the card that we have configured. The reason why that I'm doing this setup in this way is that in the audio system of the Pinscape build guide, it has it ticked for the actual card itself for both of them, which is this one. And then I'll try having the music that plays, not the sound effect, also on the table. So I'll just pick the card again and we'll try that out. Yep, 7.1. So that is it. And then we have to load a table and then play the table and then get the feel of, you know, how it actually sounds and everything. So let me just go and do that, and then I'll come back and give you an update on how it went.
A few moments later.
So I just came back from playing a table and it's horrible. It's got nothing to do with this configuration setup. It's got all to do with the game itself, that audio setup. So the backlash sound and the table sound need to be separated, which I need to do this. Put the music back to the Philips TV and the backlash. I can get the better surround sound feeling of just the sound effects on the table itself, and the back glass can have beautiful music coming through clearly, all on its own. Now we're going to load another table and give it one more test.
This is an emergency broadcast. The Earth is being invaded by flying saucers from Mars. Return to battle, soldier.
I am here able to now go in and change the volume, so you can make the front or the back louder or not as loud, and it's all up to your own personal choice. Bit of adjustment. Quit out of that. And that's it. It's working very, very well. So that's another wrap. A wrap for this pinball machine. So the surround sound is working brilliantly. So I have the effects, tickety-tackety and stuff, working really well. And then I have the sound coming from the music, coming from the TV, and that's like the separation of the effects is working brilliantly. So now that we have all the solar noise all set up inside, we have the surround sound, we have our fan, we have all the things. So it's actually a big completion. So what else do we still need to do is we need to decorate the box. So that is going to be the final piece of the video series. And I hope you've been really enjoying everything, and if you guys haven't liked and subscribed yet, please do, because I'll be possibly coming back and doing other little tips and bits and answering questions if you have anything, and I can continue this adventure. So if you are still here, thanks for watching.